Hi, I'm Scott Smith.
And I'm Tanya Smith.
Welcome to the Turpentine Creek Podcast.
In December, Turpentine Creek Wildlife Refuge received an email from the Interactive Zoo and Aquarium, formerly known as Predator World in Branson, West Missouri. The email asked Turpentine Creek to help assuming responsibility for and with the relocation of 7 big cats, a bear, and a coatimundi. This was a large request on the part of the Interactive Zoo and Aquarium, but they felt it necessary in order for them to resume operations. The Interactive Zoo and Aquarium cares for countless reptiles and marine animals and must remain open for the care of these species properly. Taking this into consideration, Turpentine Creek staff members found a way to help. Soon after the email, Turpentine Creek staff members went to the facility to form a plan to move the animals. Due to the particular situation of the animals' cages, it was soon discovered that we only had one choice: anesthetize the cats and the bear, then physically carry each of them one by one to the rescue trailer. This plan required Mother Nature's cooperation during the worst winter in the Ozark Mountains in 20 years. The coatimundi Flip was loaded into a pet carrier, and Turpentine Creek Wildlife Refuge staff headed back to the refuge on a very cold and rainy day. Just after the year 2010 began, there was a break in the weather. Turpentine Creek Wildlife Refuge staff members made a trip back up to pick up the first 2 cats, Xena and Zeus, 2 white tigers. Both cats were given shots with a pulse syringe, and after some time were ready for the 200-foot trip to the trailer. Staff members from both facilities physically carried the tigers up steep, muddy embankments, one at a time, to the waiting skid loader, which would carry them the rest of the way to the trailer. They were then moved into separate compartments, given fluids, and allowed to rest quietly until they woke up. During this time, Turpentine Creek Wildlife Refuge staff would take blood samples for screenings if possible. The 2 white tigers made the short trip just fine and fit right in with all the animals and people at the refuge. There is always an adjustment period for new arrivals for each animal, and Zeus adapted quicker than Xena. Soon after, there was another break in the weather, and staff members of Turpentine Creek Wildlife Refuge moved quickly to pick up the animals' next arrivals. 3 orange tigers named Chuff, Abigail, and Athena. Their trip to the trailer went just as the first 2 tigers' trip, and they made it to the refuge with ease. They are well on their way to accepting their new caretakers as friends. Savo, a male African lion, was the first to get the cocktail, went down gracefully, and was carried up the embankment to the skid loader and taken to the rescue trailer, where he was awake with his head up in just moments, not several minutes. Harley, the bear, was the next and made the move just fine. He did require a second shot before being carried to the trailer and proceeded to wake up a little more slowly as a consequence of the second shot. Simultaneously, Magic, a female leopard, took her nap like a pro and was placed into a smaller containment, then carried and loaded into the back compartment of the rescue trailer. The staff waited patiently for the 3 to ready themselves for the short trip to the refuge. Upon their arrival, they were unloaded and absorbed into the refuge family. Turpentine Creek Wildlife Refuge does all it can to help every animal. During the time it took to absorb the new animals from Predator World, Turpentine Creek Wildlife Refuge received calls on 23 more animals that needed homes, most of them from Texas. These fortunate animals did find homes elsewhere, but adequate homes are getting harder to find as more and more animals become homeless as a result of new legislation being passed nationwide, restricting the ownership of dangerous animals, and as the economy continues to struggle. Each and every visit and every donation to Turpentine Creek Wildlife Refuge helps them to say yes as often as they possibly can. We count on you, the Turpentine Creek Wildlife Refuge supporters.
You want to give me a kiss under that part?